Look closely. No, closer than that. Look at the skylines of what we are told were our primitive ancestors. Before the mess of black copper wires, before the hum of the modern power grids suffocated our cities, there was something else. Something silent. Something elegant. We're told these were monuments, symbols of power, tributes to the dead. But let me ask you, if you wanted to honor a hero, you'd build a statue, wouldn't you? If you wanted to transmit a signal, you'd build an antenna. It's everywhere, from the heart of DC to the frozen spires of St. Petersburg. The same geometry, the same impossible precision. They tell us it's just art. But today, we're unsealing the etheric archives to ask the one question they're afraid of. Were these monoliths actually the remnants of a global wireless energy network? A free energy gift that was stolen from us after the Great Reset? To understand the fraud, we have to look at the antique tech. Look at the tops of the great cathedrals, those metal rods, those gold-leafed spheres. Mainstream history calls them religious ornaments. Ornaments? In cities that supposedly hadn't even discovered the light bulb yet? And yet, the journals of the time described these cities as glowing at night, not with the flickering orange of gas lamps, but with a steady, ethereal light. Think about it. Stone, specifically quartz-rich granite, is piezoelectric. When you compress it, it creates a charge. These massive megaliths weren't just buildings, they were massive vibrating batteries sitting on top of the Earth's natural energy veins. We aren't looking at churches, we're looking at power plants. Then, in the 1880s, something strange happened, an obsession. They started moving the Egyptian obelisks, massive stone needles weighing hundreds of tons, dragged across oceans to London, Paris, New York. Why? Why the sudden desperate need to relocate ancient stone? They'll tell you it was for prestige, but look at where they placed them. They aren't random. They sit on specific ley lines. In New York, it sits in Central Park, perfectly aligned with the city's highest points. The new controllers didn't destroy the technology. They didn't have to. They just moved the pieces. They rebranded the hardware. They told you it was a gift, so you'd stop asking if it still worked. There is a phrase that keeps appearing in the forbidden texts, the removal of the core. Have you ever looked at an old-world altar and felt like something was missing? A central piece? Many believe the power source was red mercury, a substance they've spent a century telling us is a myth. Imagine a world powered for free by the very air you breathe. No oil, no coal, no meters on the side of your house keeping you in debt. That's why the reset happened. It wasn't just a war, it was a heist, a violent transition from free energy to scarcity energy. They tore down the spires, they strangled the sky with wires, and they called it progress. The evidence isn't hidden, it's just ignored. Every time you see a monument that feels too grand for its era, or a spire that looks like a circuit board, you are looking at the skeleton of a lost world. They didn't build these things to look pretty, they built them to set us free. And until we see the antique tech for what it truly was, we will stay trapped in a grid we were never meant to pay for. The archives are open. The truth is heavy. It's time to look up.